Hello and welcome to Marksman Daily presents Most Innovative Companies of India 2023, a platform that delved deep into the minds of leaders and revealed answers to some of the most fundamental questions, such as the criticality of leading with purpose, integrity, and empathy, the impact of tech-enabled innovation on the consumer landscape, and much more. The event also witnessed the celebration of remarkable companies ranging from pioneering conglomerates to disruptive startups that have exemplified the spirit of innovation, driving change, leveraging technology, and creating value for all stakeholders. The event kick-started with opening remarks by Sharad Gupta, co-founder at Team Marksman Network.
Welcome to this edition of Most Innovative Companies of India 2023, brought to you by Team Marksman. I'm privileged to stand before you and set the tone of the day full of insights and inspiration. Let us remember that innovation knows no boundaries. Whether it's in the bustling streets of Mumbai or a tech corridor of Bangalore, innovation is driving force behind the progress in India. Let us continue to foster a culture of creativity and collaboration across the nation, embracing the spirit of Indian-centric innovation as the source of inspiration today. I look forward to hearing the insights from our esteemed speakers and hope that we have a fruitful day ahead. Thank you very much.
Next up, we have a power-packed panel discussion on ideas to impact, creating an innovation-driven culture in the organization.
So Bhuvaneshi, thank you for being here with us. If we could kick off with you, have your thoughts on what you feel or how do you define innovation in a corporate setting, or the kind of capabilities, the kind of cultures you feel are necessary? How do you gauge if it's there to foster, to spark that innovation, that piece of growth?
According to me, the relevance of an innovation is when it is domain specific. Number one, there is no panacea in innovation, is what I think. And then to categorize innovations in the corporate largely in 4 different segments. One would be open innovations, where you're collaborating with your partners, your parent companies, startups, the student ecosystem to understand and correlate ideas for innovation. That's number one. Number 2, disruptive, where you're exactly challenging the entire status quo of what has been understood for eons, right? And as much as we're talking about disruptive, are we being frugal about innovations? When you look at the macroeconomic scenario, what good is an innovation if it is not catering to every strata of your community? Last but not the least is design thinking, where you're putting the human in the middle of every thought that you're playing around with when you are doing this thought of innovation. And then, if you go to see, innovations have been happening forever. Inventions is one part and innovations have been happening. The difference today being that when you look at industry 1.0, 2.0 and 3.0, the innovations over an invention were taking time, and the sustainability of a particular innovation was longer than what it is today. So how quick are you going to be is what matters the most.
Thank you for that, Bhuvana. Abhay, if we could have you weigh in as well with your thoughts.
Innovation in my head, let me just take a step back and tell you something, right? So TVS Motor Company is something that I joined about 1.5 years ago. I come from zero automotive background, and I joined them as the head of digital innovation globally. So innovation from that perspective for me and for TVS is something which is changing the status quo, right? Not just following what we've been doing for years and decades, right? And rather look at things from a very different perspective. But we try a lot of new things. There's a strong culture of innovation, both internally and in terms of external partnerships. And that's why I think I'm sitting here representing TVS today as well.
Dr. Lobo?
See, I think innovation, broadly, the way I look at it, I'd call it sustainable, long-term value creation. I think what is lasting is the ability to take that innovation and make sure there's a social impact. It should be able to transform societies and communities at large with a multiplier effect or a force multiplier effect. But the test and the testament of true innovation possibly lies in the ability of making sure that it does social, societal, communal change and impact.
Mr. Sood, if you could have you as well weigh in and give your thoughts.
So basically, innovation, according to me, is a successful implementation of either an idea or an invention. And it must benefit at least one of the stakeholders. Stakeholders being its society, customers, employees, shareholders, or let's say your business partners.
Thanks for that perspective. Sir, Mr. Satyarthi, if you can round things off for us.
For me, innovation, if you see, is a much larger perspective of the human evolution, I would say, than just phases of different inventions that we are going through, or even talk about the large deployment of smart devices, AI, etc., are a very small bit of the entire evolution. So each step of innovation is bringing a change in our life in a much bigger way in the overall, I would say, scheme. Most of the innovation that we talked about very recently, some of the example came here, these are more of a business innovation. If you go deeper into the idea from where it got originated, that was solving a business need, that was solving a need which was possible to actually solve without having a new invention as such, or new product or new technology as such. Many of them were already lying there, but business was not able to really see the bigger picture and hence invent its model itself.
Thank you so much. You've been a wonderful, wonderful panel.
In our next session, we have Sumnesh Joshi, Deputy Director General, Joint Secretary level, Ministry of Communication and IT at the Government of India, taking center stage.
The customer expectation, that is very, very important. Everyone has to design or innovate the product as per the expectation, then only the product will succeed. And second is in marketing language, I can say the internal marketing, or maybe more precisely, how to create the innovation within the organization and motivate the team to think out of the box and create something new for the market.
In the digital India, from government perspectives, and when we are creating the innovations, the objective is the Antodaya, that is to facilitate the person at the last mile. So our aim is use the technology, create some innovation and reach out the last mile person, so Antodaya. So we have to have a robust digital and scalable ecosystem. If ecosystem is fine, then of course our innovation is going to work and people will be happy. We have to go digital for all the services. Security and privacy, these two things are very, very important, critical, because in coming time where lots of data is getting generated, we have to ensure that data belongs to this person and is not going to be breached. And consumer expectation, of course, it is the customer is the king, and the single click service for the customer ensuring security and privacy.
The event also witnessed an exclusive recognition ceremony that put the most innovative companies of India 2023 in the spotlight for pushing boundaries, inspiring change and redefining industries.
This moment, I'd like for you to please continue with your presence here on stage, and to accompany you, may I request all of you to please put your hands together as I welcome Mr. Akash Tiwari, co-founder of Team Marksman, joining us right here on stage. And the reason why I'd like for the two of you to please be present here, because this might be our inaugural edition, but when we talk about innovative companies, when we talk about companies who have created and done something out of the box, this platform is going to appreciate them and wish them the very best with a beautiful plaque coming your way. Let's get all set as we begin with the fantastic edition right here, our first ever Most Innovative Companies of India 2023-24, presented by Marksman Daily and brought to you by Team Marksman. May I request each of you to please put your hands together as we present the Most Innovative Company of India 2023-24 to Colgate-Palmolive India Limited. Marksman Daily presents Most Innovative Companies of India 2023-24. Let's hear it up for Eureka Forbes Limited joining us on stage. As we harness innovation for growth and more, taking the Walk of Fame up next is Gigabyte Technologies India Private Limited. Let's put our hands together.
Things have been changed a lot for digitalization post-COVID. So people actually realize that it's not the only data machine when it talks about PC. It's more than that. It's about your, communication. Mm-hmm. It's about your job, and it's about your entertainment. If it talks about global, it's like 42 million is like PC market you have, and India contribute approximately 0.9 only. So that's approximately 5%. If it talks about Indian penetration, that is approximately between 13 to 15% today. I'm talking about end consumer. So there are a lot of space to grow up. There are a lot of segmentation to structure and cater. So this business is actually have a, on my outlook, it's supposed to be grow in multiple folds in coming years. For Gigabyte, we have been working for 23 and 24. We are working on two projects. One is build with Gigabyte, and the other is our gaming laptop. When I talk about build with Gigabyte, it's like, as I said, we were number one in motherboard, we are number one VGA. Now we start building different blocks also. We already started with SSD. I think we are the first one to start with Gen 4, and we are the first one to start with Gen 5. Then we also started with a bit on RAM, that is memory. We also started in power supply, cabinets. So we have been very clear in our strategy. We're going to create building blocks. We create options also. So at Gigabyte, we're building blocks, we're building varieties so that a consumer can choose different components built as per his needs. So once we're done with the building blocks, we will be in a position to give an on-site warranty. So we already started off. We already have a 4 L4 center in India where we do chip level work. Then we got our own 7 collection points. So the idea is simple. In next 1 year, we're going to hit like odd 50 collection points for Gigabyte itself. So now when we got odd 54, 55 on collection and repair center, I'll be in a position to give a very good warranty to my consumers. And when you have dealing with the technical product, your services becomes very important. And as I said, the second was gaming laptop. Now gaming laptop, it talks about pre-COVID, it was like 0.4 million. Today, post-COVID, it's 8 million. The market has become grown up in multiple folds. 23, we already started with a laptop, but baby steps. 24, we have our own aggressive plans. We will have more variants. We will have more aggressive prices. And last but not the least, we are working on after sales. So as I shared with you, we are very clear on concept. We want to give a world-class product to a consumer. We want to give them world-class machine, world-class laptop, supported by a very efficient after-sales services or service support backup. So that's our plan.
May I request all of you to please get all set as Marksman Daily presents Most Innovative Companies of India 2023-24. Let's hear it up for Windcare India Private Limited.
The exhibition of this kind of new concept or new innovation maybe have a lot of challenges and maybe set of mistakes there. First, what we understood, it is a pure of teamwork. 20 years back, it's only 4-member small group. After that, now we are around 580 people group in our company. Basically, safety is first in our concern. Yes. As apart from that, the quality is the next. We are focused on quality. So, apart from that, So we have an engineering department, we have an engineering perfect engineering team. Apart from that, we have a training department. Whichever the things we develop, that should be properly implemented to the site. So we develop all the activities, all the process at the global standard. As all the standards, all the innovation, make a Pakka document. Based on document, our training department involve the process. So the engineering department innovate the product, quality and safety department ensure the product whether it is working or not. As a training department is a role to train the people for our team. The trained team execute the job in site. So we are 100% will make a closed circle to ensure the activity very safe and right manner in the site. So that's why we mitigate all the site issues or incident accident in the site. Through that, we get the customer satisfaction as well as customer appreciation. Through that, we will be grow day by day.
Many, many congratulations as we continue to harness innovation and take forward growth to unlimited levels. May I request all of you to please put your hands together for Pune Shims Private Limited.
Look, there are many ideas which come into minds of variety of different employees. What we do is just the way it is done by the venture market people. Like when we have 10 ideas, venture market also has a concept that 5 of the ventures might fail. Similarly, we hedge the sort of good ideas with bad ideas so that we take trials and a few definitely succeed and a few fail. And we budget for it. Like we do know sometimes that we are going to spend some money which may not effectively give us the right returns. This is how you can prop up the companies. Our strength is more than 1,000 employees. So for us, it becomes something where we can be proud of to tell our customers, employees, everybody. And this is something which definitely creates a lot of interest in the minds of everyone who is working with us, as well as with those who are our customers as well.
Marksman Daily presents Most Innovative Companies of 2023-2024. Please put your hands together for Boat Lifestyle. A round of applause as the team from Boat Lifestyle joins us on stage. Many, many congratulations. Thank you and our best wishes. Please put your hands together for Vista Print India.
Thank you so very much for joining us as Marksman Daily presents Most Innovative Companies of India 2023. What an absolutely fabulous show as we shared success stories and more of companies that believe in innovation. Thank you for joining us on behalf of the entire team of Marksman. This is Isha Bhalla signing off.
Coming up, we bring you an exclusive highlight from Team Marksman Network's inaugural edition of the CX Transformation Conclave. Welcome to Team Marksman Network's inaugural edition of the CX Transformation Conclave. This industry forum sheds light on the current customer experience landscape, the role of CX in generating sustained value for businesses, and much more. Let's hear from legends in the customer service space. Brad Cleveland, author of Leading the Customer Experience, and Shep Hyken, customer service and CX expert, share their insight on how to create an amazing customer experience.
So what is customer experience? I define it this way. It's everything a customer hears about your organization, every interaction they have with your organization and your products and services, and ultimately how they feel about your organization. Customer experience is both far bigger and much smaller than many realize. It's more than products or customer service or your technology platform. Yeah, it's all those things, but much more. And it also comes down to any one interaction that can make a lasting impression on the customer. And that's both our challenge and our opportunity, right? I mean, the challenge is everyone needs to know they make a difference. They need to see their role in customer experience. But that's also our opportunity. In today's global economy, it's so easy for others to replicate products and services. It's far less common to build an organization where everyone's focused on customer experience and they know how important they are. Customer experience makes a difference. The work you and I do to instill the principles of customer experience may have an impact far beyond what even we may know.
I want to share with you 3 strategies and tactics that work for any business, regardless of the industry, from B2B, business to business, to B2C, business to consumer, and everything in between. The number one idea I want to talk about is something I talk about in virtually every one of my speeches, and that is creating a customer experience that is termed amazing. So what does it take to be amazing? Amazing isn't about being over the top, it's about being predictable and consistent with an experience that meets, if not exceeds, their expectations ever so slightly. Number 2, manage the moment. This comes from an idea from Jan Carlson, the former president of Scandinavian Airlines. Jan Carlson emphasized that every interaction, no matter how small, is an opportunity to create a positive impression. So a simple head nod or a wave from an employee walking by a passenger adds to the experience. Look at all of the different interactions that you have with your customers and look at them and say, am I optimizing the experience? Is there any way I can make it easier, simpler, better, anything to make each and every one of those interactions important? And number 3 is knowledge. And there's 2 areas of knowledge. Number 1 is knowledge of your product, and number 2 is knowledge of your customer. Not just to create a great customer experience, but think about creating a great employee experience as well. The EX, employee experience, needs to be in alignment with the CX. You can't expect that you will have a great customer experience if the people on the inside who are delivering that experience aren't treated the right way. Treat the people you work with the way you want the customers treated. They must have a similar experience that you want your customers to have on the outside. So there you have it, 3 simple ideas. Easy to do. You can start doing them almost immediately. I urge you to go back to your teams, share this information, and start creating that amazing customer experience for your customers, your clients, your guests, whatever you call them. Thank you so much. Thanks again for watching. This is Shep Hyken reminding you to always be amazing.
Brought to you by Team Marksman.